In recent times, there has been no phone that has created as much buzz and anticipation as the iPhone 10. And we have the phone with us. This is the most innovative Apple has been in a long time, and that is why arguably we think this is a phone that really deserves an unboxing, which is something that we don't really do a lot. But here it is. It's really easy to unbox an Apple iPhone. That's because Apple believes in minimalism and there is not much in the box that you really want to talk about. So here is the iPhone 10, and as you can see on the box, the logo is in black, which means this is a space gray model. No surprises there. The phone comes with the basic paperwork. Apple does not pack much into the box, as I said. Here is the phone. We'll leave the phone aside for a bit. You have the earphone with the adapter because of the lightning port. You have the charger and you have the India plug. So there is nothing really surprising out there. This is what you would expect in any iPhone right now. Now let's go on to the phone. I've switched it on already, and it already has a SIM. So here it is. As you can see, the phone is really different from anything Apple has produced so far, and that's because it does not have a home button, and as you can see, it has a bezel-less design. The new camera that Apple has put in is also sort of eating into the display a bit, and you can see that the screen actually goes around it. On the back, you will see the phone has a dual camera, but the dual camera system is vertical instead of horizontal like on the iPhone 7 or the iPhone 8 series. This again is different. The other thing to note here is that the back is also glass, and that is new design, but it's also a technical requirement for Apple to enable wireless charging. If it's metal, it will not work with wireless charging. That's why Apple has coils behind a sheet of glass. And this is one of the hardest or strongest glass ever put on any smartphone in the world. The other interesting feature here is the stainless steel, or Apple's patented steel, which is sort of running as a frame across the phone. It's more prominent if you use a silver model, because there the steel actually shines, and here it's a more muted kind of steel, but you can see how the design sort of blends into the screen, and it also makes it very easy to grip, and there are no lips on the phone. Now let's sort of set it up. So since there is no home button, you have to actually swipe up from the bottom of the phone to get it started, and you can see that this phone is sort of selected for India, already showing India in the top thing. It's setting language, and since it already has LTE, it should be able to connect easily. So I'm going to set up manually. Again, English is selected. I'm going to use the mobile connection. So here you see the interesting thing. The new feature is Face ID, because there is no fingerprint scanner on this phone. We will set that up separately in a separate video. So let's go ahead. Let's create a passcode. Easy one will do for now. Because the idea is to show you the phone before. So setting it up as a new phone, give my... So you'll need your other phone or whatever other device that you have to authenticate this. Okay, now we have started. So here you can see Apple is explaining the gestures that you will use on this new phone. They are critical because you don't have a home screen. There is some bit of learning involved, but then Apple has picked really easy stuff for you to do. So to get to the home page, you swipe from the bottom up. Then if you have to switch between recent apps, you just swipe from the bottom up and hold it there. And if you want to access controls, you just swipe from the top down, and that's the right side edge. To ask Siri, you just need to long press the power button. So here it is. Here is the new iPhone 10. As you can see, the operating system is pretty much similar, but the difference here is that so let's say if I've opened the messages, I've opened music, And if I need to get back, so this is how I bring in the app tray. So now you can see that the 2 apps that I used are there, and for that you need to use gestures. To bring in the control center, I swipe from the right top and the control center. It's quite easy to use, but then it's different from what you are used to. So it will take you maybe a couple of days to get really adjusted to. And if you have been an iPhone user for many years, I'm sure you will keep on searching for the home button at the bottom of the screen. The one big difference in this phone is that the camera comes with optical image stabilization, which is not even there in the iPhone 8 Plus. So the dual camera here is much better than the other phones. That's one. And also the front camera, which is where all the magic lies. So the front camera, for a start, for the first time actually comes with portrait mode. The portrait mode has been restricted to the dual camera so far, but this time, since Apple has a TrueSense camera in the front, which is sort of looking at your facial, the points on your face, it's also able to give good indicator of depth, and you can shoot great portraits right from the front camera. So let's try it. So I just shot a portrait in the studio mode. It's actually inside the studio, so that's sort of apt. So more on that in our full review, but you can see the rest of the phone, at least the operating system bit of it, is the same. And this is the unboxing of the iPhone 10. As we said, the iPhone 10 has many things new. It has a bezel-less design, it has Face ID, and it has a superb front camera which does lot more than just shoot a selfie. But we will do a full review later on. Till then, goodbye.